From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The U.S. federal government shut down overnight after Republican and Democratic lawmakers in Congress failed to reach a compromise on spending by the midnight deadline. Tens of thousands of federal employees, including members of the U.S. military, will be going without a paycheck until a funding bill is passed. ABC's Lionel Moise has more.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune is working to get Democrats to cross party lines to keep the government funded for 7 more weeks.
There are some conversations. There are Democrats who are very unhappy with the situation that they're in.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer standing firm with the Democrats.
Our guarantee is to the American people that we're going to fight as hard as we can for their health care.
Demanding cuts to Medicaid be restored and demanding Obamacare tax credits be extended to prevent millions of Americans' insurance premiums from going up.
Canadian press reporter Rob Westgate now tells us a Canadian political science professor expects a U.S. government shutdown will make it more difficult to get into that country.
Western University professor Matthew Lebo says the U.S. will use a shutdown to reduce staff at border crossings. But Lebo also says this shutdown will likely be different than the ones that came before because U.S. President Donald Trump could use the opportunity to fire employees rather than just furlough them as his administration tries to shrink the size of government.
The shutdown is not expected to stop Trump's massive tariff agenda. As Homeland Security has said, tariffs will continue to be collected. The executive director of Alberta Premier Danielle Smith's office says he's sorry for publicly calling for a high school student to be spanked. Bruce McAllister issued a brief apology a day after saying a 17-year-old should be put over his parents' knee during a tense exchange about the Alberta teachers' looming strike at the Alberta Next panel's last in-person town hall in Calgary on Monday night. The teen, Evan Lee, likened McAllister's remark to those of a schoolyard bully.
It's just really deplorable and disappointing and honestly embarrassing because this has reached international eyes. And as an Albertan, it's embarrassing. We are a robust democracy where every voice should be given an equal chance to be heard.
He wants a more personal and public apology, but Premier Smith says the social media apology should suffice. She adds she's asked McAllister to do better next time. At least 69 people were killed in that powerful earthquake that hit the central Philippines' Cebu province Tuesday night. And Oscar-winning actress Nicole Kidman and her Grammy-winning husband Keith Urban are ending their 19-year marriage. The native Australians have reportedly been living apart since the beginning of the summer. In divorce documents filed yesterday in Nashville, Kidman says the couple has undergone marital difficulties and irreconcilable differences. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, in baseball's playoffs, they're underway now. Shohei Ohtani hit 2 home runs, and Teoscar Hernandez, a former Toronto Blue Jay, also had 2 home runs as the Los Angeles Dodgers whipped the visiting Cincinnati Reds 10-5 in last night's opening game of their best-of-3 wildcard series. The Chicago Cubs, the Detroit Tigers, and the Boston Red Sox were also Game 1 winners. The winner of the Red Sox-Yankees series will take on the Toronto Blue Jays in the divisional series beginning Saturday in Toronto. In NHL preseason hockey action, the Montreal Canadiens blanked the Ottawa Senators in Quebec City 5-0, and it was the Minnesota Wild 3-2 over the Winnipeg Jets. In the WNBA playoffs, the Las Vegas Aces outlasted the Indiana Fever in overtime to win the 5th and deciding game of their semifinal series. The Aces advanced to the WNBA Finals now against the Phoenix Mercury. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.